everybody, this is just a quick video on how to copy data from Hawks and get it into Rguroo. When you're in Hawks, you're going to see a lot of times you'll have like a question and it'll have like a copy data button right here. When you hit that button, you're going to go ahead and it'll copy the data to your clipboard. So you'll get this pop-up that says data is now in the clipboard. You can hit OK. And then what I like to do is I like to paste it into Excel. So you can type Excel and open it. Then you're going to make a blank workbook. And then you can right click and paste. Or you can just do Control V and paste. And then you've got your data almost ready to go. There's a couple problems here that I would recommend cleaning up before we upload. So what we're going to do first is delete this top row that had the title, because really we want our first row to have the titles of our variables. So we've got observed selling price, thousands of dollars, observed square footage, predicted selling price. Now something you're going to find is that Rguroo doesn't always love it when you've got special characters in your variable names. So we're going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit and get rid of the parentheses. If you want to get fancy and so you can see them all, you can highlight this table, go to Format, do Auto Fit Column Width, and then you'll see the full titles of all the columns. Otherwise, if you want to just click them one by one, you can navigate through pretty fine. We're not going to have too many data sets with tons of columns, so no worries on that. Alright, so we've got our columns at the top cleaned up, and now we need to save. We need to save this on our computer somewhere that we're going to remember it. I'm going to put it in my Math 167 folder, and I'm going to call it Hawks Q. And before I click save, I'm going to change the file type to CSV, which is down here. Just if you hit this little drop down arrow, you can come down and reach CSV. It's personal preference, but I find that a lot of data science software, including Rguroo, seems to work best when you use a CSV. So I'm going to go ahead and save this file. And now we can open up our Rguroo. When you're in Rguroo, you can go ahead and hit Data Import, and then we want to import a data set, which basically means we want to read a file and make a data set in Rguroo that we can use for analysis. That's going to pop open this file import window. So you can do choose files, find your file, and then hit open. When you do that, it's going to load the name of the file as the name that it's going to use in Rguroo. If you want, we can change this. So I'm going to make it read Hawks question here because that's more clear to me. It is a CSV file, so leave that alone. We're happy that it agrees though. Checking in this little area here, yes, our header, which is like the titles of our columns, is the first line. So that works for us. And then we can go ahead and hit upload. Alright, so as soon as you hit upload, it brings you to this dataset summary, which is a nice quick way to look at your variables and sort of diagnose if things came in correctly. But so look, it's got our observed selling price in thousands of dollars variable. It tells us how many it read, it tells us the min, it tells us the median, the max, the mean, and the standard deviation, a bunch of stuff that we'd want to know if you might have a question on your stats homework about it, or you might want to use those to kind of have an understanding of the data. Especially when you get to have like thousands of data points, this is a really nice summary. But down here, it says we have a categorical variable, and as we remember from class, categorical variables do not include ones that are just strictly numbers. Look here, this is the error column, and this is clearly numeric. So something's going on with Rguroo reading this wrong. So what we're going to have to do is clean this up a little bit. Now the way to do that is to right click on your data set in this datasets menu on the side here, and then the second option down is going to say edit. So if you click edit, this is what it's reading, and you see this top value here for error, it's got a question mark and then 6.71. We know it's not question mark 6.71, so we want to correct that. Luckily this works kind of just like an Excel spreadsheet or Google spreadsheet. You can just click into the cell and correct it. So looking back to our data, if we need to, we can see that the question marks are actually supposed to be negative signs. So we're going to go ahead and replace them with the correct signs. And we are just about ready to go here. Whoops, got rid of my one. Okay. So there we go. We've got our error column corrected, and we want to save our data as Hawk's question. I don't want to make another version. If you wanted to, for like version control, you could do like a v2 at the end and just make sure you use that going forward. But I'm okay overwriting the one we have. And then you're going to get this pop-up that says your data set has saved successfully. Alright, awesome. So how can we check and make sure that it's done it correctly? Right click on Hawk's question or whatever you name your data, and then go to Dataset Summary and check it out. Now we don't have that box down here that says categorical variables. Instead, we actually see the variable error is now read in correctly as a numerical variable, and it's got the min, the median, max, and all the other stats like we would be looking for.